The real estate data is officially in here in the Austin metro area, and I'm very excited to go over all this data with you. Seriously, this is so much better than 2 weeks ago. I can't even, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just jump into it. By the way, am Brendan. I'm with Keller Williams, and I love data. So let me just share my screen with you. Seriously, look, if you're a buyer, a seller, a homeowner, it doesn't matter. You really need to know what's happening with the market. And this is, of course, for last month that we're going to be analyzing all just residential single-family homes. Here's all the data I pulled, I reviewed. Let's go into the data summary, all right? Let's talk about average days on market first. We're at 45 days. That's amazing because we're already 13.5% faster compared to July 2019 and 5 days faster compared to April, May, and June of this year. Crazy. This is wonderful news. But even better news is the number of new listings. This is good because we're already at 4,488 new listings last month. Compare that to this time last year, all right? This time last year, we're at 4,100 new listings. That's an 8.7% increase compared to last year. And COVID wasn't even last year. This is amazing news. Fantastic. I literally am so excited, getting goosebumps. This is wonderful, especially here for our market. And now let's talk about the next item, closed price to list price ratio. What does that mean? Hey, if the seller wanted $400,000, are they getting $400,000? The answer is yes. As long as the home is marketed correctly, the condition is correct, and the price is correct. If you're a seller, don't think, oh, I'm gonna go put my home for $20,000 more than what it's valued at. No, buyers are smart. They have different sources to use. They have their realtor to use. They understand what's going to be something that's realistic versus unrealistic, okay? Now let's talk about the median list price. That decreased to $359,000. If you look at the 3-month trend, it's downward. And again, that's a good thing, okay? That's a good thing. When it comes to the median sold price, we're at $360,000, and that's an increase from last month at 4.2%. So the sold price keeps going up, going up, going up. There's no difference in the last few years here in Austin. So it's just a continued trend upwards. Let's talk about the months of inventory. This is super important, okay? We are right now at 1.39% months of inventory to select from. That's incredibly low because if you look at the years prior, 2017, we're at 3 months, okay? 2018, we're at 2.79, and 2019, you're at 2.42. So yeah, there's a trend downwards, but we definitely are extremely low on our inventory, and that makes it difficult. Now, why? Most likely because the amount of buyers that are on the market, and we already anticipated this from last year that we're going to have this influx of buyers, and it happened, right? Again, COVID has not made an impact from what I see on this data, and let's go to the next part. When it comes to closed sales, we have closed 3,844 listings from this last month. That's more sales than we've ever closed in the last 30 months. This is, again, really good news. We're closing more, we're listing more, and the trend is upwards in the last 4 months of increased sales. All good news across the board, wonderful. So let's go right into the conclusion. Business is still happening. People are still buying. People are still selling. The data shows it right there. So if you're a seller, how does it impact you? Well, with the lower inventory, it equals good time to be a seller because you're going to be able to sell your home versus maybe a buyer's market, right? This is really good. Strong seller's market, and the property is likely to sell quickly. You're going to also be closing at your asking price if it's going to be, again, marketed, condition is correct, and the price is correct. And you're likely to obtain top dollar. Lastly, not every home is going to be selling like all this data says because it really depends where you're at. And your realtor is going to be able to go ahead and review that because that's what we would do. You just need to know what's going to happen, okay? Now, buyers, let's talk about you really quick. You're going to notice that we're having, of course, the largest number of active listings ever come to the market. More choices, right? More choices. And the inventory is going to be low. That's because of your strong competition, strong amount of buyers that are out there. And this was, again, anticipated from last year. So what about summertime? Summertime, obviously, things move quicker. We're always tend to have lower inventory when it comes to what's on the market. So not what's actually being active on the market where we're noticing new listings, right? There's going to be new listings, but they're going to be eaten away quicker, especially in the summertime. Now, an experienced agent is key to winning a contract, especially with multiple offers. You need to know that your agent is supposed to be doing what they're doing. Let them have that education session with you, okay? Urgency is key when viewing a home, and decisions must be made quickly as a buyer. You can't just wait till the weekend, 3 days from now, 4 days from now. It's not going to work. Also, because we're in a strong seller's market, don't anticipate any deals. Homes are as is. So if you're like, hey, I noticed that the exterior has some wood rot. Well, the seller could easily say, all right, fine, I'm going to go take the next offer because I already have a few backed up, right? It's something that's an as is. What you see is what you get. Also, sources are forecasting price appreciation. And I'll show that on this next slide really quick, but this is also really good news. And as a buyer, you're going to benefit from lower interest rates, which equals lower payments. So this is what I'm talking about with continued price appreciation. These are the 6 sources. This is wonderful news, right? I'm not saying that they're going to increase. These sources are predicting that they will. Lastly, if you have any questions, as always, I am here for you. I want to make sure that you have the best up-to-date education possible. Here's my information. Feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear what you're all saying. And again, I'll see you in about 2 weeks. Bye.